Good day, everyone. You're welcome to the lesson of today. Our subject for today is religion and national values. Our focus is on civics education. Our topic is ethnicity. My name is Ms. Adegoke. You're welcome to this class. Once again, our topic for today is ethnicity. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to define ethnicity, list problems of ethnicity in Nigeria, state causes of ethnic problems in Nigeria, and give solutions to ethnicity problems. Okay, now we come here. What is ethnicity? What is ethnicity? Okay, ethnicity is a state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. I read that again. Ethnicity is the state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. What does that mean? When we talk about your own ethnicity, it means your ethnicity is the social group that you belong to. And in that group, all of you have a common national and cultural tradition. All of you have the same culture, you have the same tradition, all of you that are in that particular group. So your ethnicity refers to the group you belong to, where you have the same custom, the same culture or tradition. Now let's say ethnicity is a social group consciousness that influences social, economic, and political decisions. That is your ethnic group. This ethnicity we are talking about has to do with your ethnic group. It's from the word ethnic. It has to do with your ethnic group. And ethnic means we can call it your tribe. You know, we've talked about a common national or cultural tradition. We can call it your tribe. Everybody from your tribe has the same ethnic tradition. And that's what ethnicity is all about. So this consciousness that you have, this belief that we are together, it affects your social decisions. You want to do something, you are thinking, oh, I have my people. So it affects your social decision. A lot of times, so it affects the economic situation. It affects economic decisions too. Like economic has to do with the economy, the country, buying and selling. You know, sometimes, I want to buy from this woman because she's from my ethnic group. Or I want to sell to this person because she's from my ethnic group. It also affects political decisions. You have seen social here, economic, then even political decisions. I want to vote for this person because he is from my ethnic group. We are still going to look at this ethnic group. Now, Nigeria, which is our country, is a country with many ethnic groups. In Nigeria, we have a lot of ethnic groups. In some countries, when you get there, all of them have the same language, the same custom. But Nigeria is a country with many ethnic groups. Now, we want to see some ethnic groups in Nigeria. Now, in this Nigeria that we are in, there are over 250 ethnic groups. Over, not 250, but over more than 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria, with only 3 as major. Now, we have a lot of ethnic groups, over 250. But out of these 250, 3 are major ethnic groups. That is, everywhere we see them, and then we can easily recognize them. We have 3 major ethnic groups. And what are the 3 major ethnic groups that we have? We have the Yoruba ethnic groups. We have the Igbo ethnic groups, and the Hausa ethnic groups. These are the 3 major that we have. We have a whole lot of others. Those ones, we call them the minor ethnic groups. These ones are the major ethnic groups. Yoruba ethnic group, Igbo ethnic groups, then the Hausa ethnic group. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see this picture. This is a picture of a Yoruba ethnic group. And you can see from the dressing, they have the blouse, they have the wrapper. You see, if you look at this man here, you can see what he's putting on. This is a picture of what a Yoruba traditional wear looks like. You know, there's a blouse. Look at this lady. Look at this lady in the middle here. You can see the way she's dressed. You can see what they have on their neck. That is the traditional beads that they have there. So this picture is showing the Yoruba ethnic group. This is a picture of another man, you see, in a Yoruba cultural wear. As you can see, the Yoruba people call this agbada with shokoto. That's what you can see there. The man is putting on the Yoruba traditional wear with the traditional bead as well. Now, we've talked about three major ethnic groups, which are the Yoruba ethnic group, the Igbo ethnic group, and the Hausa ethnic group. This is a picture of the Igbo ethnic group. When you see people dressed like this, you know that, oh, these people are Igbo. These are Igbo men. You can see the dress, you can see the dresses they are putting on. You know, they are even tying wrapper and then putting on their shorts. This shirt they are putting on especially, you can see that it is customized. That is, it is made in a special way. You know, only Igbo people like to put on this attire. You can see the men. Some of them are in red cap. Some of them are in caps that have, you know, different colors. They are multicolored. Look at this one that I'm touching here. This man is not putting on a cap. Well, without a cap, or with this type of cap, or with this red cap, any one of them show that you are an Igbo man. The title they have determines the cap they put on too. Okay, this is another picture of the Igbo ethnic group. You can see the women here with their blouse. You know, they also tie two wrappers sometimes, and then they put on their head gear. This is another picture of the Igbo ethnic groups. You can see that the Igbo dresses in a variety of ways. Look at this man here. You can see the red cap for this man. You can see the blouse as well. This man is not putting on wrapper. This man is putting on wrapper. This man is not putting on wrapper. He's just putting on the trousers. This man too is putting on trousers and shirts. You can see what this young man too is putting on. The same thing with this lady. This is also Igbo cultural wear. You can see now, you can see this, the bead that this lady is putting on is pronounced. Look at this lady. This is also an Igbo attire. You can see the bead on her head. The same thing with this man too. You can see the bead on his neck, you know, to showcase his culture. The same thing with this young man too. You can see the bead on his neck. You can see the red cap here. And then you can see that he has a wrapper that he has on. So this is a picture of the Igbo cultural group. So these are groups of Igbo people. Then we have the Hausa ethnic group. As you can see in the picture, this is their traditional attire. You see what the man is putting on, you know, with a cane, with a stick on his neck. And you see the ladies, you see them with their skimpy blouse and then the calabash that she's holding. You can see the calabash here, you know, they are customized wear. This is a picture of the Hausa ethnic group. Look at the men. The men like to dress like this, you know, they cover their head and then they like to put on this garments that they call danshiki. You can see them here. This is another picture like the first Hausa picture that we have. You can see the women with their calabash on their head. This is one of their customs, their traditions that they do. Now, Nigeria, we have been told Nigeria has over 250 ethnic groups, and these people live together. They have their different traditions. They have their food that they eat. They have the kind of clothes that they put on, like we have seen, and then they do things differently, though all of us live inside Nigeria. As we all live inside Nigeria, they still practice different customs and traditions, and because of that, this customs sometimes they clash with other people's custom. And then not apart from the custom, people tend to favor people who come from their side. And that is where we now have problems of ethnicity. When we have all these cultures that are different, they are always interesting, because different people have different customs and traditions, and we like to see what they do that we are not doing. But sometimes this division among us causes problem. And then we want to look at some of the problems that ethnicity causes in Nigeria. If everybody speaks Yoruba, he's my brother, she's my brother, there won't be a problem. If everybody speaks Igbo or Hausa, everybody will know that, yes, we are one. But because some people are speaking Igbo, some people are speaking Hausa, some people are speaking Yoruba, and then some people feel like some people are not part of them. And because of that, we have some problems. We want to look at some of the problems that ethnicity causes in Nigeria. Number one, we have political violence. Like you can see here, we have political violence. Sometimes somebody may say, oh, the president is behaving the way he's behaving because he's not a Yoruba man. And then the Yoruba people will take offense. I'm only giving that as an example. So sometimes because of this ethnicity, people feel, oh, he's doing what he's doing because he's favoring his people because he's part of them. He's not favoring us. So it happens like that. There'll be political violence. Then sometimes there can be underdevelopment. When people are supposed to work together, they say, well, I will not do anything because if I do something now, it is another culture, another ethnic group that will benefit. And when people are thinking like that, they will not be able to develop the way they should. And that will now bring about underdevelopment. That is, we are not developing as we ought to. Also, it can bring about waste of manpower, resources. What does that mean? Sometimes people want to work and they can work. They have the strength, they have the power. But somebody is saying, oh, I will not give this job to this man that can work because he's a Yoruba man. I am an Hausa man, so I will give the job to a Hausa man that will also like to work. The Hausa man, the person is giving the job to, that is employing, may not be able to do it well like the other Yoruba man that he has that he has put aside. But because he knows that this person is from my ethnic group, he now gives the job to the person. So the man that can do it well will be left alone. His skill, his ability is not used, and that is waste of manpower, resources. Then we also have nepotism and discrimination, like what I've just said now. When you don't give people what you should give them because of their ethnic group, because of their tribe, that is what we refer to as nepotism. It is also called discrimination. That is, you discriminate against people. You put some people aside because they are not part of your own cultural group. Then what happens? Another problem is that it brings communal conflicts or crisis. What does that mean? People begin to fight themselves. All of us are Nigerians. Why should we fight ourselves? But because some people are saying we are Yoruba, some are saying we are Hausa, another group are saying we are Igbo, and then there is communal conflict. These are some of the problems of ethnicity. Ethnicity is good because it brings about cultural differences. You see interesting things in other people's culture, but sometimes there are problems that arise from this, and those are the problems that we have listed. And these problems we see them sometimes, so they are there. Now, what are the things that really cause these ethnic problems? We have talked about the fact that ethnicity is good, but this problem arises. What causes this problem? Number one, we have illiteracy. Look at it there. Illiteracy can cause these ethnic problems. What do we mean by illiteracy? When people lack simple knowledge to read and write, there may be ethnicity problems. When people cannot read and cannot write, they are just saying, oh, this person is from my tribe, this person is not from my tribe. Instead of them to read that even though somebody is not from your tribe, that person can help you. Or you read, you understand that science does not have to do with your ethnic group, and that anybody from any ethnic group can be of help to you. So because they are not reading, they are not seeing that other countries are even helping us who are not part of our ethnic groups, because they don't know how to read, they are not writing, they do not have the knowledge they should have, then they begin to say, oh, only my people will benefit from what is in my charge here. And that can cause all these ethnic problems that we have mentioned earlier. Another one is poverty. Poverty. When people lack money, food and shelter, there may be ethnicity problems too. You know, when people don't have money and then they see another person having money, they may say, oh, it's because he's from this ethnic group. That's why they are helping themselves. So, and when they lack like that, they now begin to say, oh, then let me go to my own people too. And before you know what is happening, they ate the other tribe, and then there will now be problems. So when people lack money or there is no food and there's no shelter, they think that maybe it is because they are from this ethnic group. That's why they are not being helped by others. Sometimes it may not be that somebody is not helping them because of their ethnic groups. Maybe there's no job, and then they apply for a job, and then they are not given the job. Not because they are not of the same ethnic group with the employer, but because there's no job that the employer can give them. So sometimes when there is poverty, people think that it is because of their ethnicity, and then there may be problems later on. Another reason why people categorize themselves, or why they tend to move closer to themselves against another cultural ethnic group, is when they have a feeling that their social group has been cheated in resources allocation. When some people believe that, it's because we are not many, that's why this other cultural group is cheating us, then what happened? There will be problems. They'll now gather, and then they'll be looking for how to retaliate, how to cause more problems for others, and this will bring about ethnic problems. Also, we have political strategy to win election. Some politicians, because they want people to vote for them, then they will go to their people and they'll start saying, you know, we are the best people that can rule this country, so you must vote for me, your brother, or you must vote for me, your sister. And then by the time such person begins to say all these things, people begin to say, oh, then we want our brother to be there, we want our sister to be there. And by the time the person eventually gets there, what happened? They now begin to influence him and say, oh, do this thing for us. So the person may now be focused on them, and then begins to use all the resources for his or her own people. So sometimes because people want to win election, they now begin to put all these things in the mind of others, that we are in the same ethnic group or we are not in the same ethnic group and stuff like that. Now we have solutions to ethnicity problems. How can we stop this issue of ethnicity affecting our country, stopping us from making progress? Number one, we should tolerate one another. Whether you are Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa, we are all Nigerians, and whatever you do will help Nigeria to move forward. So we should tolerate one another. If a Yoruba man, the Igbo man or the Igbo woman is your brother or your sister. If you are a Yoruba boy, or you are an Igbo boy, or you are an Hausa boy, the other ethnic group, children from the other ethnic groups are your brothers and sisters. You should tolerate one another. Number two, we should be patriotic to our nation. You can see the key words there. You must tolerate. You must be patriotic. Patriotic means want only the good thing for your country. Don't speak evil of your country. And then if you see that something is wrong, you quickly help to correct it so that there won't be a problem in the country. Then also number three, we should encourage intertribal marriages. What does that mean? A Yoruba man should marry an Igbo woman. An Igbo man should marry a Yoruba woman. An Igbo man should marry an Hausa woman. Intertribal, that is marrying people from other ethnic groups. If a Yoruba man is marrying a Yoruba woman, that one is intra-tribal, that is the same tribe. That's intra, not going outside. They are still within. But if you marry from another, that's intertribal marriages. So by the time people marry like that, if a Yoruba man marries a Hausa lady, you see the Yoruba man will not only love his wife, he will also love his wife's people. That's the Hausa people. He will also love them. So that is one of the solution. if they are intertribal marriages, people will now see that they are not different, that they are really one. Also, another way to stop this problem of ethnicity is to deliberate on government policies. When we deliberate on government policies, we are going to say, oh, let's do it in this way. That will better everybody, that will make everybody benefit. So when everybody deliberates on government policies, it will help to solve problems. Also, we should embark on enlightenment campaign. That is, people should be made to understand that whether they are Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa, we are all Nigerians. We are all Nigerians, and Nigeria is for all of us. So enlightenment campaign should be ongoing so that people will know that whether Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa, we are one. Now, there will be peace, unity, progress, and development. I repeat that again. Peace, unity, progress, and development when there is no problem of ethnicity. Ethnicity should give us joy. We should say, oh, see what the Igbo people are doing. See what the Hausa people are doing. That's what it should give us. Not, it should bring us joy. It should arouse our interest. It should make us, see other people's culture as things of value. It shouldn't bring problems. So when there are no ethnicity problems, there will be peace. Everybody will be at peace. Whether you are Igbo or Yoruba, there will be unity. Oh, you see somebody of the other ethnic group doing something, you assist the person, you help the person, and then the thing moves well. And then by the time the thing moves there, they say, oh, who has done this thing? Oh, it's a Nigerian. And then everybody is happy because the Nigerian there refers to the Yoruba people, the Igbo people, the Hausa people. So that's what should be happening. We should be helping ourselves. There will be unity. Then there will be progress. You see that somebody is trying something, you help the person. Don't say, oh, I'm not the one, it's not from my tribe. You help the person. When you help the person does it, and then there'll be progress in the country. Somebody can make a gadget now, and the gadget is helping everybody. They will not say, oh, this person, they will say, oh, the person is from Nigeria, and then Nigeria will now begin to progress, because when somebody makes such a thing, and then people are buying, the money will be coming to Nigeria. Then there'll be developments, there'll be good changes around us. So you see, ethnicity should be a blessing and not a problem. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.